What's going on, guys? This is Joe. I am back for another Hour of Devastation draft. You know the drill if you've been following along at home. This pack is good for black. There's Hour of Glory, If Near Deadlands, and Unraveling Mummy. Unraveling Mummy puts us into two colors. If Near Deadlands puts us into deserts. Both of those are not optimal for me. There's two more deserts in this pack, which, again, go along with the color of the Unraveling Mummy. I'm just taking the Hour of Glory. It's an instant. It exiles a creature. It's for 4. It's like everything you want to be doing. It's a really good rare. Otherwise, Puncturing Blow would probably be my pick here. There's no other red in the pack. We are probably putting people to our left in black as well, but this is splashable for a single black. If our opponent happens to have a god, it's amazing, but they're clearly not going to have more than one. So yeah, I'm going to take the Hour of Glory because it's a really good removal spell. And removal is important. Following up that pick, we have Merciless Eternal's not bad. Imminent Doom is nothing. But Merciless Eternal's not bad. Carrion Screecher's pretty good. There's really not much else in this pack. I mean, Rampaging Hippo is also not bad. I think I will take the Eternal over the Carrion Screecher. I've been seeing these go surprisingly late in these drafts. Obviously, it depends on who's drafting with us. But I'm going to take the Merciless Eternal here. It's an uncommon. It has Afflict. It's for 3. And it's in the color that we are already in. So yeah, I'll go with that. Okay, well, I'm not going to be picking up a black uncommon this time because that card's real bad. I like Frontline Devastator. I'm not a huge fan of Nimble Obstructionist. With all the -1/-1 counters, I mean, I'll take it. Like I said, my other pick would be Frontline Devastator. But, and Supreme Will's not bad either. But I'm not a big fan of blue. I think I might... That's a tough choice. Blue is just not a strong color in this format in general, unless you get some of the bomb rares, which I don't know that I necessarily consider this to be one of those. But I like Frontline Devastator a lot. It goes along with our Afflict plan that we are just saying that we have now. There's another Ronus' Stalwart as well. That's something to keep an eye out for. So green might be open as well. But I like the Devastator. I think I'll pick it up. And like I said, kind of go with Black-Red Afflict. That's not a bad strategy. Okay, there's a Heshep Oasis and a Ramanop Ruins. We are also already saw that If Near Deadlands, so someone's going to have a sweet Deserts deck, and it's not going to be me. But Carrion Screechers here, Thorn Molochs here. These are both perfectly fine creatures. Again, the Screecher, I was talking about the fact that I didn't like the Obstructionist, but it was in blue, whereas the Screecher is in black. And I'm sure Molochs will come around a little bit later than Screechers. At least I feel like they will. And plus, Moloch is better in blue-red spells, whereas Carrion Screecher just kind of goes in anything. So I'm going to take that. There's another Heshep Oasis. There's a Crypt of the Eternals, which isn't bad for us because we are 2 of those 3 colors right now. And hey, who knows? We'll open, just say that we'll open Bolus in pack 2. There's otherwise really, like, Granitic Titan's not bad, and Wretched Camel's okay, but we don't really have a desert, or any deserts. And nothing else in this pack jumps out at us. There's another Desert of the True. I actually like Frilled Sandwalla as well, but I think I'm going to take the Crypt here. So far, we're 2. If we're splashing any of these, this Crypt will help us do that a lot. And if we pick up some good blue, we can attempt to splash it as well. Okay, Torment of Scarabs I'm not a huge fan of, but there's a Carrion Screecher and a Thorn Moloch again. Because the Screecher's 4 and we already have one, I think I'm going to pick up a Moloch here over the Gilded Ceradon because, again, we're not heavily in deserts, despite the fact that there's about 1 million of them going around, as we've seen. I'm going to take this Kenra Eternal. It's better than the Bone Slasher. We don't have deserts, and Crash Through is nothing. But I like Kenra Eternal, again, if we're going with Afflict. This is a great card to have, and we've done drafts where we've had like 1 million of these guys, so I'm sure we'll see more. Here's a Vile Manifestation. It's an 0/4. It blocks. It's lower. It's a 2-drop. I like 2-drops. I feel like Black-Red could be a little bit more aggressive. There's either another Heshep Oasis. Yeah, it's another one, I think. And I don't mind Grizzly Survivor, and I like Granitic Titan, but I like the 2-drop better, and it's an uncommon, which is and a fine uncommon at that. So I'll definitely take Vile Manifestation here. All right, here's our opening pack. If Near Deadlands is still here, so I'm taking it. We did see a lot of deserts going around, although a lot of them were white. But still, we might get to see more in pack 2. And if the Deadlands is here, that's kind of a signal that nobody else wants it. So, and if we see more Gilded Ceradons and stuff, that can help us. So I'm going to take this Deadlands. We might not play it if we don't get more, but it's not a sacrifice pick because there really wasn't anything else for us in that pack. I'm going to go with the Moaning Wall as well. Once again, nothing pulling us in any other direction, and this is what we're doing. So I'll take the Scrounger over Razaketh's Right. And again, even though we have this Crypt, we don't really have blue, so we don't need the Traveler's Amulet. But Scrounger is not bad. It's a little expensive. Here's a Desert. There's also a Full Art, but I think I'll take the Desert just in case. It's a cycling land, but we're not going to have white. But yeah, I'll take it. Sure. There's blue, black, red, etc. We'll just take it. Sideboard, though. Fine. I'll take the card over the Full Art. Oh, good. We get rewarded with a Full Art that's actually a color that we're playing. All right, pack 2. Ugh. We did see some white there at the end, and there's some good white in this pack. Otherwise, our pick is a Moloch, a Ruin Rat, or a Devastator. This is double white plus white activations, whereas this is just a single white, so it's more splashable. This card's okay, but if we don't get the Deadlands to sacrifice it, it's nothing, and we're not in green either. This is not a good pack for us in general, like an opening pack for us. I'm going to take Desert's Hold, and if we somehow notice that white is super open because we saw a lot of stuff at the end, although it wasn't insane, we can move into it. This double white is going to be really difficult for us, though, because we're pretty solidly in black, not necessarily red. We could be black-white, but somebody took that Unraveling Mummy, so I'm not so sure. Okay, well, here's an Accursed Horde. There's another Screecher, another White Desert. There's an Hour of Revelation, which if I didn't take the double white, I'm definitely not taking triple white. There's a Marauding Bone Slasher and another Moloch. I'll go with the Horde. Do we have zombies yet? Yeah, here's one. Here's another. Here's another. Here's another. So yes, definitely taking the Accursed Horde. Even just with black, this card's great. So yeah, I'll definitely take that. Wow. There's a foil rare in Bantu's Last Reckoning in here. It's a board wipe. And then we don't untap our lands. I guess if we're up against an aggressive deck, that's good. That's going to be tough for us. It's a good card, and I think I'm going to take it because what else is in here for us? The Moloch, the Eternal, another Moaning Wall, a Grizzly Survivor. Like, these cards are good, but they're not insane where I'm upset that I'm not taking something else. But this is a foil Bantu's Last Reckoning, which we could and probably will play. Let me take this out for now and this. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with the foil rare here. Sure, maybe it's a little greedy, but we'll see if it even makes the deck. We might come across an aggressive deck where this will be helpful for us. Okay, wow. Yeah, red seems to be open in the other direction. I'm going to take between these two. Wow. I think I'll go with the Minotaur. I think this deck wants creatures. I know a Braid's really good for 3 damage to target creature for 2. But I like a 2-drop creature as well. So I think I'm going to take the Minotaur. I don't know that that's the correct choice. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. But it is a first striker. It's a 2/1. You get it down early. You can do some work with this guy. So I'm going to do it. Wow. Wow. These packs are getting much better. Our opening pack for pack 2 was garbage, but this is much better. I don't mind Dagger of the Worthy. I mean, it's not better than a lot of these other things like the Paincaster, the Devastator, or the Ceradon. I think I'll take the Paincaster though. We've had some bad luck with Paincaster in the past where we just haven't been able to play it, or we've played it out and it hasn't done much, but I still have faith. I think this card's great. Red Desert. Yes, there's another Dagger. Hopefully these will keep coming around. People don't seem to like this, and I'm okay with it. Ruin Rat is also fine if it comes back, but I think I'm going to take this Red Desert here. If we toss the white one in, that's fine too, but we're kind of running out of options to pick up deserts if we want to use the Deadlands, which is why I hate desert decks, because I'm sacrificing a possible Ruin Rat or Dagger of the Worthy for this desert if either of these don't come back. Okay. We have the Crook is nothing. I really don't like this card. We're not in blue. So we've got a Firebrand Archer, but we don't have instants or sorceries, or sorry, non-creature spells in general. Otherwise, there's deserts. So maybe I'll take Desert of the True again to use if we're splashing for Deserts Hold God Pharaoh's Faithful. Because now we just have 2 of these, plus the red one and an Ifnir Deadlands. Okay. Well, this pack, actually, we could probably, I'd be happy with this Grizzly Survivor. Oh no, I guess I'll take the Rot Beast because it's a zombie, and we're kind of going with zombies here, thanks to the Accursed Horde. Plus it's a 4/2. That's not bad. We're trying to be more into attacking than blocking, so yeah, I'll take the Rot Beast. Devastator's fine. Also a zombie, by the way. So yeah, nothing else. Like I said, Oketra's Avenger is great. I don't know why this is still here, but that's kind of a crazy splash. So I'm going to go with the Devastator. Also a perfectly serviceable pick for our deck. Let's go with this Screecher. We'll actually use it. If we're not splashing white, then I'm wasting picks on these deserts. Here's a Moaning Wall or a Moloch. I think we'd rather be more aggressive, so I'll take the Prowess First Striker when it attacks. There's another one. Yeah, gladly. We didn't pick up any earlier. Here's a Ceradon. Take that as well over the God Pharaoh's Faithful. Splashing white as a 1-drop first turn is a little awkward. So yeah, I think I'll go with the Ceradon. And we get another Jeru's Renunciation. So we can put that in with the first one. And another Mountain. Not bad. Let's go into Amonkhet, see what Amonkhet has for us. Something good in black or red would be great. Well. That's like something good in black and red. It's not exactly what I said, but definitely not a complaint. This card's awesome. Yeah, we'll take Cut to Ribbons gladly. Perfect. Done. Easy. Crypt does not come into play tapped. So yeah, this card's... it's a filter. We might not play it. We might not need it. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's a tough choice. I love Baleful Ammit more than most. Probably more than I should. Especially with -1/-1 counters. Our creatures don't like having those put on them, as we've discussed. It would be on itself, so it would just make it a 3/2 if that's the case. But there's also Cartouche of Ambition and a Final Reward. This pack's nuts. I think I'm going to... And Nevcrop Entangler is also great. I think I'm going to go with... Wow. I would pick the Ammit. I think, like I said, I think creatures is more what we're doing. Again, let me know your thoughts. This is a tough one. These cards are great. Okay, I took the Final Reward, apparently. That's fine. I whatever. Like I said, they're great cards, so removal is fine. I probably would have preferred the Amit, as I said, but that's fine. I took the final reward. I'll live. I must have, I think I double clicked by accident. So that's fine. Final reward is our pick. There's a Dusk to Dawn, which we're not playing. Lake Claim, which we're also not playing. This pack's bad for us. This is really bad for us. Onward is not terrible. We wouldn't, well, I guess since we're talking about maybe splashing white, but still, Onward's not bad. It's better than Pathmaker Initiate. I don't think we need the Pathmaker, and that's the only other thing here for us. Again, Dusk to Dawn being a double white is not something we'd be splashing if we're splashing white, which I don't think we are. So Onward to Victory is my pick here. Yeah, this one's fine. Festering Mummy is a serviceable pick, but I like Emberhorn Minotaur much more. I think this card's great. So I'm going to take that. Hyena Pack's not terrible if it comes back. But if Mummy comes back, I'll pick that instead. Supernatural Stamina is also not bad, but I'm going to take this Minotaur. I actually love Emberhorn Minotaur a lot. Here's another bad one. Watchers of the Dead is nothing. Retcrop Spearmaster is okay, but not splashable. Or splash, I'm sorry, not splash worthy. It's definitely splashable. I'll go with the Unburden here. Probably won't play it. Yep, Red Cartouche, gladly. Top Crop Elite's not bad either. But like I said, I think I'm moving away from that splash at this point. I'll take the Red Cartouche. Nest of Scarabs is a no. Cradle of the Accursed is probably also a no. I think I'll take this Hyena Pack. I probably won't play it. We're way over at this point where we need to be. Because we don't have -1/-1 counters, so we're not doing the Nest. Doom Dissenter is great. Violent Impact is a sideboard card at best, but Doom Dissenter is a great pickup. Let's get rid of some of these. Because I don't think Deserts is happening for us. Okay. Oh, man. Why? Why do you make me make the tough choices? Wow. Wow. All right. Well, I'm taking it. I've been building up to being able to splash that color. Which means the Deserts come back in, but that's fine because these aren't actual picks. So, all right. I'm going to take this, but probably not use it. A 1/2 Menace isn't that great, and we're not heavily cycling or discarding. Yeah, Unburden again. Hyena Pack again. Did that not? Yeah, okay. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, we are pretty solidly here at this point. We'll do some shifting around with lands and stuff because we're not going to see anything insane here. This is all nothing. Just take the land. Painful Legend is not terrible. And Scarab Feast. Also not the worst, but still not being played. Let's build this deck. We need 2 cuts. We can probably cut the wall because the Accursed Horde cares about zombies, but it cares about attacking zombies, and the wall is not going to do that. If we're putting in... We have 3 Thorn Molochs. They're good, but they have prowess, and we have 6 non-creature spells. Let's group creatures separately so we can see what we're working with here. Yeah, we have 6 non-creature spells. So I'm okay with getting rid of at least 1 Moloch. It has First Strike when it attacks, which is still great, which is why there's still 2 here, but I don't think we need 3. The Screechers are fine. Devastators are fine. We might be able to get rid of Scrounger, but it is our top end at 5. This is 3. This is 2, and then later a lot, hopefully. So this actually kind of goes over here, and this goes over here. So our top end is Scrounger of Souls final reward, although, again, also ribbons when it comes around. But yeah, with this few of picks, see, we're down to 23, right, which is fine. We're going to be putting the deserts in red and black. 4 deserts, I think, is perfect. The problem is we're using these to splash for this and this. Although once we do it, then we don't need them anymore. So then we can kind of feel free to happily sacrifice them. Plus, if we have one and we don't need the other, we can cycle it away. Plus their lands. I mean, that's perfectly fine. I think this, minus these 4, obviously, this is our 23. And I think that's totally okay. I think that we have some sideboard, although not a lot. It would be nice to have this Ceradon in because we have these deserts now. It would help us be a little bit more aggressive. If I were to put it in, I would take out the Scrounger for it. So let me try that, and we'll see. If we're low on life and we feel like the Scrounger is better, and we're not seeing a lot of deserts, we may just move away from this entirely and get rid of the Crop Captain, because we can still use Onward, and then we can just put in like the 3rd Moloch or one of the Hyena packs or something like that, the Moaning Wall if we need to, and just move away from deserts entirely, take out the Ceradon. But I like this deck. Let's see the land suggestions. 6, 6, and 1. If Near Deadlands is kind of a black land, but you have to pay a life for it, which I'd rather not do. We have more double black than double red. We have no double red. But we have less red in general. Hold on. Sorry, I'm like moving this thing all around. So we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 red mana symbols. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 black mana symbols. So we should have more black. And it's counting Desert of the Fervent, but I think it's also counting the Deadlands. So if I think 1 Plains is not an incorrect choice, but I don't think we then go down on mountains. All right, fine. I guess we go 6 and 6 and 1, and then have these deserts as backup as well. So yeah, I think that's the deck. I'm going to save it. We'll see how it goes. You guys have the benefit of being able to know already because you can just skip to the end or something. But yeah, I'm going to save this, and I'll be back in a second with round 1. So we are here for round 1. Let's see how this deck works. Well, we've got all 3 colors, and we've got 2 2-drops and a 4-drop with 4 lands. I'm okay with this one. I will keep. I can start with this desert and kind of throw them off a little by playing Doom Dissenter or Vile Manifestation. I think it would be Doom Dissenter, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's do desert, play it, and we can pass. Okay, we are back again with, hey, it's a cut. It's a sorcery, so we can feel free to play Doom Dissenter. Maybe get in some early pokes of 1, but otherwise it's a fine blocker if they play something quick because they're part red. Okay, now the red-blue. Yeah, here's enough crop. That's fine. I'd probably still save cut. I'm not super worried at this point because I can play the manifestation this turn. If there's another white, Jesus. All right, let's play the red and play the Vile Manifestation. Hold on. Let's undo that. Let's attack. If they let us get a 2/2, that's fine. Otherwise we have an 0/4 to block with. There we go. I'm assuming they just take 1. It makes sense. Yeah. All right, and then we play Vile Manifestation. And that's it for me. Next turn, we have a Frontline Devastator as well to try to attack past this guy. Because what? This becomes a 3/3 with Trample, and we just have an 0/4. They do have, they could have, I should say, spells, etc. But I'll make them have it if they attack. Yeah, that's what I thought. And they play a Kenra Scrapper. Okay, that I could kill with a cut. That's not bad. Unfortunately, we won't be able to play the Devastator, but I'd have to if I want to attack again, because otherwise they'll just easily eat it. So let's tap 2 to cut the Kenra Scrapper. Then go to combat and attack for 1. Same as last time. And then I will play a land to end my turn. Just in case, like, we have the other black, but they don't know it, so. Okay, it's another 1 toughness, which is nice. Okay. We're doing pretty well, I think. Moloch is great. Yeah, they could lose 3 life, but I'd rather wait. So let's play the Swamp. We have this for 4 or this for 3. So let's go to attacks. And attack for 1 again. They want to trade off, that'd be great. I'll take a 2/2. Okay, I'm just chipping away for damage, that's fine. And then I will play my Frontline Devastator. Sure. Could have kept up a red. I'll know that for next time. Let's see. Yeah, because they've got, again, this can become a 3/3. This is just a 2/1, but with prowess, it can become a little bit bigger. But yeah, if they have 2 spells for 5, they could kill the Vile Manifestation with this. But nope, they just play a Gilded Ceradon with no deserts. So that's also pretty fine. Cut would also be good for him. All right, so here's another Swamp. I mean, more lands are fine since we have Ribbons in our graveyard, but otherwise it's not super good. This has a Flick 2, and we can buff it for 1 and still have 3 left over. So yeah, I'll attack with the Frontline Devastator. If they block with the Gilded Ceradon, we can trade, and they lose 2 life on that block. Just continue to be as aggressive as we can. Cool. That's awesome for me. Let's play the white and the Moloch. And that's it. All right. With just a Swamp in our hand, we're not doing exceptionally well. In terms of, like, this is our board, which is not bad, but I feel like it could get out of hand pretty quickly. Okay, so they're gonna give all their creatures trample. Prowess trigger happens. That's fine. So I'm gonna take some damage from this Gilded Ceradon trampling over, but I'm just gonna block it with this Doom Dissenter unless something else happens. Oh, they're exerting this to a 3/3? That's fine. Oh, and they have a desert now. Okay, so something's not going to be able to block. I assume the Manifestation, but... I'm okay with taking some damage here. Okay. Yeah, okay, they're making the Doom Dissenter unable to block. That's interesting. Okay, I mean, I guess they have 5 mana, so they'll have some kind of pump somewhere. I'll block here. If it dies, it dies. And then I'll take 7. Oh, okay, I lose 2. Yeah, I guess I probably should have blocked here then. I forgot that it had a Flick 2. All right, so I lose, and they'll pump it as well. I'll open fire on my Frontline Devastator. Okay. Interesting. Very good. Oh, and okay, Prowess trigger. Very nice. Very, very nice. That was a good turn for them. Final Reward is also good for me. It's an instant, so I'll keep it up. I can attack for... but they have a desert, so they're just going to make something unable to block. I might as well exile it before that happens. Like when they go to combat, I can exile the Gilded Celadon. And then they'll just have this 2-1, which if they don't have any spells, I can block here. So I'll attack for 2 with my prowess guy. Because the 2-1's exerted. If they have a way of untapping it, that's fine. But let's see what they do. Nothing. So they take another 2. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. 1 point difference between us. Their board does look better, but thankfully we have this. They could counter it. They have 3 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My prowess trigger goes off. Yay. Does not matter. Okay. Let's see if they attack. Still. And they're thinking about it. Okay. They have 3 cards in hand. Okay. They're thinking a lot about this. Okay. They don't attack. Do they play something? I assume they do. They do. Wow, a Shimmer Scale Drake is very good. Okay, another Moloch. We can have them lose 5 life, so they go to 7. It's not good enough. And this will not get us there on attacks, and this dying won't get us there either. So if we just play the Moloch and pass, that'll be our turn. Yeah, I'm not attacking, which is unfortunate. I mean, I'll take 3 in the air at least. This already has trample, so I might take 2 on the ground as well. Not looking super good. Ramanop Ruins is also very good for them. And then they can make a zombie if they sack this to the ruins. So yeah. All right, so they go to combat. I have nothing to say about it, clearly. And just the flyer. Sweet. I don't have to lose any of my creatures, even if that means I don't get a 2/2. That's fine. I go to 8. And then they play a Takrap Skirmisher. And this is cost 4, so they can still do it later. We get an If Near Deadlands. That's nice. So we can kill any one of these creatures with the If Near Deadlands. Unfortunately, if we're sacking a desert, we're missing out on a mana for a later turn. And right now we can do 6, so we can take them to 6, which is not enough. Although it makes these 3/3s with first strike, so I can attack with both, and they'd have to start trading some stuff off. So we'd be a little bit better off. So maybe I do that this turn. Let's ribbons. 2, whoops, 3, 4, 5, 6. X is 6. Done. They lose 6. Double prowess triggers happen. So they go to 6, and then I can attack them for 6 first strike. And see what they do. I'll have a 1/1 back as a blocker. And they're going to have to at least block one of them if they want to live. Although, yeah, Ramanop is only to me. So I think I'm still good, but I didn't have many more turns where that would still be true. They have 1 card in hand. I might still have this one, but it's going to be close. Yeah, this is a tough spot. I'm actually happy. Whoa. Okay. On blocks, They block only 1 with the Skirmisher that they can bring back later. That's fine. So they take 3, go to 3. And then Ramanop Ruins to deal me 2. And they get a 2/2. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they have it. Don't they? I block this guy. Oh, it's trample. And this makes me lose 2. So I would block the zombie to block the most damage. But I still take 5, and then this deals me the last. Let's make them do it. That's fine. Yeah, they just do it. Okay. Okay. So we concede and go to game 2. That was close. That was very, very close. All right. Board wipes are still not ideal, but we still have it. I don't know that... I mean, Desert's Hold is fine for their flyer that we saw, the 3/4. Plus, but what would we take out? We don't have a lot of removal. The Vile Manifestation helped to hold stuff down early on, but once they get going pretty well. I think Onward to Victory would help us out quite a bit, because they seem to be letting stuff in. And even if we just Onward, it's an instant, so we can just double a creature's power and get them. Cut to Ribbons was great. So maybe we get rid of the Rot Beast. I mean, they don't want to be getting rid of their creatures any more than I do, but if we do that... I mean, honestly, if we do that, we probably just don't see white ever again. But that's fine. I think I'm going to try that and see what happens if we get rid of that Rot Beast. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Yes, I would love to play first. It didn't work out well last time, but... All right, so we have 2, which is bad because we have 4/4, but we can still cut, although we have 2 Thorned Molochs as well. If we draw any land, we're fine. If it's a black land and then we draw more, that's great, but this is not an ideal hand for us at all, especially on the play. Let's start with another desert, same as last game. Okay, so they have a blue desert for their turn. Deserts everywhere. Okay, so that's upsetting because we don't have the Doom Dissenter on turn 2. Cut is still a thing, but if we draw a land, we're going to play the Moloch instead. Nope, that's awful. You've got to... All right, well, that happens. That's our turn. Let's see what they have. Kenra Scrapper. Okay. 2/3 with Menace, which means it can die to another cut, like last game, if we don't draw a land, which we do, but we can only play the Thorn Molochs, so I might as well just cut here. Same as last time. And then pass. If I draw black, I'm pretty good with these Screechers. But if not, I have Molochs for the next 2 turns at least. All right, well, they have the Ruins, but they can't kill me that way. I'm still at 20. They play nothing? All right, that's good for us. I'll play a Moloch. And pass. They are killing it with an Open Fire. That's fine. I have another one. They just don't know it. Okay, so did they keep up Open Fire just to use it on whatever I played because I was a little bit behind? It seems odd. All right, well, they have a 4/4 and a desert, or 2 deserts. So even if I play something, I can't block. Well, I've got Thorn Moloch and I've got Cartouche, but I can't do both. So might as well play the Moloch, and then I'm going to take 4 next turn anyway and go to 16. But with Cartouche, they'll go to 16 as well if they only play 1 creature. or less. Yep, it can't block. I wasn't going to anyway. It's the only creature I have right now if I don't draw black anytime soon. Okay, Shimmerscale Drake is pretty good. Frontline Devastator, I cannot play because I don't have a fourth land. So, if I cartouche, I make the Shimmerscale Drake unable to block. The Moloch becomes a 4/4. I attack them for 4. They go to 16. They hit me back for 7, and I go to 9, and I just lose this game no matter what. But it's the only option I have. And I have already lost game 1, so yeah. Let's make the Drake unable to block and attack. Great. Okay. And Desert's Hold would be nice. I have 3, but it definitely won't win us this game. I don't know that any draw... Bantu's Last Reckoning would be a terrible draw because it would win us the game, but we have no black, let alone 2. So yeah, Thorn Moloch can't block even though it's tapped, and I take 7. Hey, it's another land that comes into play tapped. It might almost be better to cycle it, but as we've seen, I don't know how to draw lands today, so... I mean, if I don't attack, they just make it unable to block. Yeah, so I've lost. All right, well, let's at least make it a little bit faster. That last game wasn't good. So they win. I will see you guys in a second for round 2. All right, well, that round was awful. We lost the die roll, and we have an okay hand, actually. I'm going to keep it. They kept as well. It's an all red hand, but we do have black, so that's fine with me. We don't have double black, so that's a little rough, but we don't have anything that matters for it right now, so why not? They play nothing. Okay, great. I play a desert, and that'll be it. We got an Onward. That's cool. We don't have white, but that's not a huge deal right now. Onward to Victory seems great with the Thorn Moloch. Okay, a wall. Without deserts, that's not a huge problem for me. With deserts, it could become a huge problem for me. Let's play this. Now we have double black. That's cool. Still nothing that matters for it, but our deck's being slow today, or at least in this match. Okay, there's their desert. That's a terrible desert. I hope that was your last pick. All right, Watchful Naga is good. No attacks, clearly. And that's their turn. We have a Merciless Eternal, or we could Thorn Moloch this turn. Let's play the Eternal. It's more of a threat to their wall because one discard makes the wall die, whereas we'd have to play 2 cards for the Moloch to be able to kill it. So at least it's more of a threat, or threat of activation at least is better. They have not been pinging us, which is great for me. I'm not upset about that. Yeah, they play a Riddle form, which is fine. That thing will probably get annoying pretty quickly. Do they attack? And if so, do they exert? They do both. All right. They get to draw a card. I'm going to let this happen without a block. If they block the Eternal with the wall, they still lose 2 life. They lose 2 life here. This guy can get bigger and gain menace. So I think we're better off later on Like, they get to draw a card, and that sucks, but I'm okay with it. I will play my land. I will go to combat. I'm not going to... I'm not going to discard a card to kill the wall if they block. I'll just let them lose the 2 life. Okay, they just take 2. It's the same idea. Oh. Okay, so they ping me, but don't block. Interesting. All right. Well, let's do the Minotaur first. Devastator first. Let's go Minotaur first. Okay. Very good. They haven't done much, but I feel like something more is coming. If you're blue-green, you're ramping to something. They play a Sunscorched Desert, and I take 1 damage. Okay. Incremental damage is annoying, but they haven't really been using their wall properly, so... I was going to say, yes, I'm okay with taking the 1 damage. Okay. They play a Benefaction of Ronus. I guess purely to get their Riddle form online. Okay. Yeah, Riddle form happens. Benefaction happens. Wow. Okay. So they're going to pick the... They have a Kefnet's last word. So they're picking the Quarry Beetle. That's interesting. So they can return a land from their graveyard to the battlefield, but the only thing that they would put in their graveyard is this. That doesn't seem relevant. That's an interesting choice. Okay, yeah, you attack for 3 in the air. That's fine with me. Can't block it. Go away. There we go. Okay. Do they end their turn now, or... Yeah, they do. All right. Well, we have a Fervent Paincaster. That would have been good against our last opponent. Right now, it's not really relevant, so I would rather play... Well, let's attack first. I don't need to exert this guy, so I'll just attack with both. If it blocks this, it dies, and if it blocks this, they lose 2 anyway. So I assume they just don't block. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's play a land, and we can play our Devastator. All right, and that'll be my turn. Next turn, we can Moloch and Doom Dissenter. We can Onward, which would be really good. If we draw our white, we can do both. Onward and Victory. Or Onward to Victory. Okay. They Countervailing Winds, but they cycled it. Because I guess they didn't want to counter my Frontline Devastator, or they really needed cards in their hand for some reason. Okay. Huh. Interesting. They do have a lot of cards in their graveyard, but it's not really doing much for them. We're both at 12. Because they pinged me. And they play a Quarry Beetle, even though they don't have a land. But it is a 4/5, I guess. So that's a thing. If they attack and exert, I'm going to block. Okay. All right. Well, the nice thing is, even without Victory, I mean, Victory would help a lot, but I can't wait for a white splash to come in, especially if we get one of our deserts. It comes into play tapped. If we play the Onward half, we can double our Minotaur's power. And if we exert it, that means it becomes a 10-4 with Menace. So we can just kill both of these if that's what they block with. So, and that's only 3, so it would still leave us 2 to pump the Devastator. So let's go to combat and attack and see how they block. But we've got great stuff no matter what. Because if they do nothing, like if they just take it all, then we can play Moloch and Doom Dissenter. But I'm just going to attack. I'm going to exert this guy, and I'm going to attack with all 3 creatures. It's not technically lethal, but if they don't block, I'll just use Onward on something, and then we win. Like, I think they picked this Quarry Beetle. Oh. Oh. Okay, so we just win, then. Put Onward on him for 3. And we win. Because they lose 4 and take 10. Great. Okay. That was fantastic. I like that quite a bit. Much better than round 1. Let's see how game 2 goes, and hopefully not game 3. But this deck seemed fine. I'm going to keep it the way it is. I didn't see much that would require us to sideboard at all. We'll see what I say if there is a game 3. We'll see what I say after game 2. But I'm just going to send it back. Okay. Well, we have no black. And our only card that we could play is a 5-drop. So I'm going to mulligan this one. Even on the draw. That's better. It's not perfect because we only have 2 4-drops, but it's better. And we get to scry. I'm not deciding whether to mulligan to 5. They went to 6 as well. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. Gladly. It's something we can actually play. If we get another land after that, then we can play either of these 2, but they cycle. Great. Okay. We'll play the desert, play it, not cycle it, and we're done. For them. Yeah, blue-green is not an archetype you see very often, although when you do see it and it's done well, you know, with like Bounty the Luxa and Oasis Ritualists and stuff, it usually leads to something gross like Sandworm Convergence at the end. But you have to have ways to let yourself live until that point. O4s, you know, pingers are not bad, but that's usually better in blue-red spells because then you can have like Fervent Paincasters and things like that and Firebrand Archers to continue to do that over and over and over again. But yeah, I'm going to play this Moloch. It only has first strike on attacking, so I won't block if they attack and exert with this guy. And I have my 4th land now, so I can play either of these as well, which is nice. I'll probably play the Screecher first because then the Accursed Horde can come down, and if I need to give this Indestructible, I could later. Plus, there's Hour of Glory if we need to. This is not enough of a threat, but something else might be. I'm assuming, yeah, they exert it. That's fine. I don't need to block, like I said. Okay. I go to 18, and they get to draw a card. Seems pretty good for them. And they play a Dune Diviner. They do have deserts. Okay, so we have a cut. That can kill the Dune Diviner. But then we can't play anything this turn. And they don't have any deserts yet, so it's clearly not something that I'm heavily focused on. Yeah, let's just do it. I'm not attacking with this guy anyway because they have a 2-3, so I'll just end my turn. All right, let's see what they have. If I draw another land, I have Final Reward, and I can basically play everything in my deck. I want more lands for ribbons, but... Oh, I don't have any white, but... yeah. Interesting attack. Okay, I will take it and go to 16. They were in green, so they could have had Pump. I mean, they have HOU Oasis as well. But are they going to, for 5 mana? They can have something. What is this? 3, and 1 creature gets +3/+3, so they do nothing. All right, well, here's our desert. It's not super relevant right now, but we can play it anyway. All right, so if we play the desert, go to combat, and attack for 5, let's see what they can do about that. We have Hour of Glory as backup if something crazy happens, but I assume they're just taking 5 here. They could have, like, the untap Synchronized Strike or something like that. They have Ambuscade. Okay, so let's Hour of Glory that guy. And the Prowess trigger happens, so they actually just take more damage now. That seems great. Perfect. Take 6. And that's my turn. It's a shame we couldn't play the Accursed Horde, but I'm happy to 2-for-1 them, and they take extra damage. Okay. Do they attack? Wow. Very interesting. All right. I'll go to 14 as well. You can draw that card. I guess they have 6 mana to play more stuff this turn. But I have Final Reward next turn. They just don't know it. And just exile everything. Oh, okay. So they will play... Wow. Okay, well, that's rough. Flyers are a thing, thankfully. And if we can, if Near Deadlands is also a thing. If we can get cut out now to kill this, then we can focus more on ribbons. Because what can we do with ribbons? 1, 2, 3, 4 to bring them to 10, but then this deals 3 this turn and 3 next turn. All right, well, that's going to be a tough one, but I think we can do it. We can cut and Accursed Horde this turn, which is nice, because all we need is like throwaway blockers for the Scaled Behemoth to last until we can cut for lethal, or I'm sorry, ribbons for lethal. So let's do cut on the Naga for 2. Prowess trigger happens. That's fine. Still wasn't attacking with that guy. There's a clearly good block that they have. And then I will pay 4 to play the Accursed Horde as well and pass. All right. Lands are actually good for me now because that is our line to win right here. If they don't play something to block, whoops, that's not it, this flyer, then they're going to take another 3. Okay, well, they have a way to block it, but we have an exile, which is great. Final Reward's good, but not on a hexproof creature. I love Scaled Behemoth so much. All right, so they're going to Reason to scry 3, and then Believe gets them something back. I haven't memorized what Believe does. Scrying 3 is pretty good, especially for 1 blue. And Believe lets them look at the top card and put it onto the battlefield of its creature, and if you don't, put it into your hand. Okay, well, hopefully it's something that can deal with flying for their sake. I mean, I hope it's not, but We can give this guy indestructible, but I don't think we need to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So ribbons is only for 4. We're gonna hold back for now. I'm gonna final reward now on the spider so I can get in for another 3. I don't know why they didn't attack. I guess because they're at such a low life total that they know that they kind of can't afford to. They're just leaving this back as a blocker, which means that I'm not under any threat, which is nice. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Prowess trigger happens. Still not attacking with him, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to exile the spider, and then I'm going to attack for 3. In the air. Bringing them to 8. And we're done. Minotaur next turn would not be bad. This is a great card, and it has Menace. So if we can get rid of their other blocker, we can do that. But otherwise, we might be able to just swing in for a big attack and force them to block the Minotaur. All right, so they're going to steal my flyer. Okay. It's tapped, and it's going to stay that way until their next turn. But they know that that's kind of... That was my line for winning. Okay, so they have this. That's fine. All right, so we can still do this, but it's going to take a little while. Okay, because they didn't attack. We have a Kenra Eternal. They can lose some life on blocks, and we can actually play both of these. Because, again, actually, we could kill it with this, but I don't really want to be sacking lands because we need them for ribbons. But they're at 8. So let's just play out our creatures in our hand. Keep playing threats. And we'll play the Emberhorn Minotaur. And then the Kenra Eternal. Okay. I think we're still good. Yeah, no, I think we're okay. We can give zombies indestructible if we need, which is this and this right now. But this can get menace. So yeah, there's definitely plenty of ways that we could do this. They don't attack at all because they're keeping everything back as blockers. Because if they go to, ooh, very nice. All right, more lands is good. So we can get them to 3. They can block. Oh no, if we give this menace, they have to double block this. So I think this is the turn. They double block this and then block something else. If they block this, they lose 1. If they block this, they, don't have to take 3, but then they take 2 and another 2. Let's ribbons first to get this guy up with prowess. So, ribbons. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X is 5. They go to 3, and then we swing out. Prowess trigger happens. I can't just say attack with all creatures because I need to exert this guy. Let's do it. They're tapped out of mana, which is great for me. And I'm like 95% certain we win. Every one of my creatures is lethal? No, if this one gets through and it's the only one, then we don't win. But yeah, okay. Wow. All right, I like that quite a bit. We win the match. That's great. I will see you guys in a second for round 3. All right, round 1 was great. Or sorry, I'm mixing that up. Round 2 was great. Round 1 was awful. Let's see how round 3 goes. I like this hand. It's not perfect, but I'll keep it. We have a 2 and a 3. We can be a little quick. They went to 6, so that's even better for us. Be quick and get as much damage in there as we can. Onward again being pretty good for us. Let's play a mountain and pass. All right. They kept 6. Hopefully they're not super happy with it. Hey, mirror match. All right. And then we can play the Eternal, and that'll be our turn. They are magma spraying it. Okay. We have Moloch as well. That was a good turn one. Initiates Companion is good for them, but first strike on attacks. So, ooh, and cut. Cut's a thing as well. I think, it's actually a tough choice. I think I'll Moloch. If we cut next turn, then we can attack for 3. And I'm assuming they're going to attack for 3 as well, and I'm just not going to block, so we'll just be on an even keel. Yep. Don't care. They can untap itself. Yep. Yep. Okay. They're at least 3 colors, and they still play nothing. All right. We have 4, so we could play a Cursed Horde. We could also just cut, and I think we're going to play a land and cut here, and then attack for 3 ourselves. They might have something to say about it. They do have 3 mana in pump or removal or burn colors. But instead, I'm just going to attack. Next turn, we have the Horde. We could Onward if we want. We don't have white yet, nor 6, so we don't have to worry about victory. But that'd be really good with this Thorn Moloch. Onward to victory, playing both. All right. So they're going to Beneath the Sands. Good. Keep setting up. I'll keep doing damage to you. They have 4 colors. Yeah, that's kind of why I don't like this format. It feels like you need to have more than... it feels like you need to have more than just 2 colors, and that's like really oppressive when the fixing isn't that helpful. Okay. So I will play... I actually like the Devastator here more. So I'll do that and the land as well. That'll be it for me. They have 4 out of 5 colors in the game. I don't know if they're playing black, but we haven't seen any yet from them. But to be fair, we've only seen 2 colors from them. So I don't know what these 2 are for. Maybe Nissa? They just have a foil green desert. And they tap 4 for the Ramunap Hydra, which is fine. It has Vigilance, Reach, and Trample, but it's a 4/4 now because they have 1 desert on the field. That's still not that good for them, actually. At least with what we have. We can make our Thorned Moloch a 6/2 or a 6/3. And we can buff this guy if we want, because we have 3 and 2. Yeah, so let's just go to combat. If they decide to block either of these guys, they're going to be upset about it. And if they don't, they're going to take a lot of damage. Okay, let's see what they do. I can at least beef this guy up 1 and then play the Eternal if they don't block. They blocked. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they lose 2 life on that block, and I might as well just do this now. But I tap 2 and use his ability, and now he's a 4/3, so they can trade. Okay. I won't do anything else. I could have onwarded here, but I'd rather play out the Eternal. They have nothing on their field, and they did mulligan, so I'd rather be aggressive and make them pay. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind trading off my Devastator. Plus, they lost 2 life, and they lost their rare that it took them, like, all of this to be able to play out. So They might have a way of getting it back, but they don't have black, so that becomes a little bit harder. Okay, Kenra Scrapper. Not bad. Okay. Great. We draw another land. So we have 6 now. Still not enough to do both, but we can do Onward and use this ability. We'd have to discard the Accursed Horde, and I don't want to do that. Let's just attack with the Moloch. No, let's attack with both. Let's see what happens. Because we can Onward. Even if we don't play the Horde this turn, I think that's fine. I'm going to attack with both and see what happens. They block. I assume this guy. They block. It is a tough choice. If I don't have it, yeah, okay. So now I just Onward on him. The prowess trigger goes off, and I get them. Yep, okay. So we do 1, 2, 3. Onward on the Merciless Eternal. Prowess trigger goes off. It has first strike. If they have pump of some kind, then the Moloch still dies, but that's fine. I'm still dealing them 4 damage instead of 2 with my Onward here. Okay. So they're just bouncing it back to my hand. Oh, okay. So I can replay it. That's fine. But they're still taking 4. And then I just replay that Moloch. Okay. And if I draw any white, I have victory at some point to make one of my creatures double strike. Plus, again, if it's the Moloch, it's then a 3/3 double strike. First strike double strike, which is odd. All right. So if they attack, that'd be kind of dumb because I could just win, but they don't know that I'd have to do something pretty interesting to be able to do that. And we only have 1 untapped white source in the deck. So on board, we don't have it next turn, even if they played nothing. But it looks like they're playing something. Ooh, it's Samut the Tested. Okay, so they can give one of their creatures double strike. They can deal 2 damage, which means they could kill one of my creatures. But then she'd only have 2 loyalty left. And then if she gets up to 7, they can search for up to 2 creatures and or planeswalkers, put them onto the battlefield and shuffle. Okay. So I guess they were white-blue in their draft, and then they opened Samut and just splashed these 2 colors. Except no, because they're blatantly in those 2 colors. So far they're splashing blue for unsummon. This is weird. That's fine. Samut is a card that is on the field now. They can give this double strike and hit us for 4. Or if they exert it, 8. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they'll kill that. Congratulations. I'm actually not that concerned about that at all. Okay. We get a Vile Manifestation. That's cool. And we can play both. So let's play a Vile Manifestation. It's a horror, not a zombie, which is annoying, but still fine. And then we can play the Accursed Horde as well. Yeah, because we're not attacking, which is fine. It sucks to let Samut kind of go unchecked like that, but it only does 2 damage, so it could kill the Moloch if she really wanted to. But yeah, that wouldn't be the worst. This is a good block on this. Even, well, it's menace, but if they give it double strike, that would be a little rough, but I'd probably just let it through at this point with our life totals being what they are. And if they exerted it, they'd have to wait 2 turns. So yeah, I'd be fine with either. We are top decking, but we do have ribbons, which can so far bring them to 3, which right now would be pretty good because we could just win then. But they need to play a blocker of some kind. So let's see what they do. Because Samut's not that great. It doesn't automatically win them the game. All right, Weaver of Currents is fine. Like I was talking about, ramping is definitely a thing that blue-green likes to do. Okay. And what else are they doing? Basically, if they give this double strike an attack, they lose. Because I play ribbons for everything and attack with both of these. And unless they are playing another creature with this 2 mana, they're just dead. Okay, they did it. So I guess we win, hopefully. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, or they just do it to plus her up and then don't attack. Removal? Gilded Ceradon is a form of removal in that we can make something unable to block, but we give them another turn to play out another blocker, which kind of sucks, but that's fine. Let's play the Ceradon. Okay. That is probably it, I guess. If I attack with this, they could double block it, but then I just kill their Scrapper, and I could actually attack Samut and kill her, making their job a lot more difficult. So let's try that. If the Horde dies, it dies, but I think I'm going to attack Samut for 3. If they let her die, that's fine too. But if they block with either of these, they're dead. If they block with both, I kill the Scrapper. They block with both. Okay. Yeah. I will gladly kill the Scrapper. It's the only thing that's threatening us right now with double strike and stuff. So that's fine. Weaver of Currents lives. Accursed Horde dies. And that's it. Next turn. Oh, we don't have a desert yet. So it would be hard to... We have to hope for one. All right, so they're cycling Oketra's Attendant because they don't have double white. I really hope that's not what you're splashing white for, because double white is a really rough splash. They couldn't bomb it if they get a white later. And it is a 3/3 flyer. They have 3 cards in hand. They're killing the Moloch. Okay. And compulsory resting the Ceradon. Okay. The deck is so weird. 4 colors is crazy. Okay. They go to combat. They can attack, but it doesn't make much sense. Okay. And I drew a land. Hey. So they're essentially at 2 with my ribbons. Let's... Huh. That's interesting. We can... I mean, we're under no threat right now. This 2 damage could be dealt to me, but they're nowhere near ultimate with her, and giving double strike to this is not threatening right now. They could have something hasty because they have red, and there's just no rhyme or reason to what's going on in this deck, so... And if they... Yeah, okay. And if they draw their other white, then they just have Oketra's Attendant as well. They might, again, they might just be doing this to plus her up. We'll see. They have 3 cards in hand, but they haven't really been doing much with what they've had in their hand anyway, so it's kind of like they're top decking. They play a HOU Oasis. Okay, so they can get us for 10? Well, I could block. Okay, 2 mana. Yeah, this could be... Oh, it's a Bitterbow Sharpshooters. All right. Okay, that's fine, I guess. And Aronis' Stalwart. Interesting. And that was their whole hand, which means they've had that for a while and just been waiting for it. Well, here's a desert, so now they're at 1. I'll play it instead of cycling it. And now it doesn't matter, but I can gain 2 life off of this guy at some point if I really need to. But right now we're just waiting on ribbons. If they have, they're top decking. So if they have that countervailing wins, that's fine. And they'll get us, and we might lose at that point. But they have to get real lucky. This can become a 3/3 and unable to be blocked in general, which means that they can... That seems... I guess maybe they're not attacking, because I'm clearly going to block, but if they had given this double strike, they could have hit me for 6, because I can't block it. Because any untapped land and I just win, unless this is that 1 counter spell. And that might, honestly, that might even be our last opponent who played that. I genuinely don't even remember at this point. But it's like any counter spell that they have, because they do have a blue. Okay. Interesting choice. That's fine. I will block here. Vile Manifestation dies. That's fine. I take damage. And then they play a Bitterblade Warrior. And then they end their turn, so I will gain some life. It's a Burning Fist Minotaur. Okay. This is still not enough. They're at 1. We need 1 more land, so I might as well play it as a blocker. Can't discard a card, but that's fine. I just have to stay alive until I draw a land. Although if they can somehow gain life, that'd be bad. They have 1 card in hand, again. They cycle the desert. They have 4 mana available. Oh, sorry. 6. And they still have a Planeswalker. Okay. Well, lucky for them, this Sharpshooters does lock down the Minotaur pretty well, except if I decide to discard a card. But she's just going to spread out, dealing a damage to me and a damage to the Minotaur, which is fine. And she goes back down to 1. So I guess they don't have any other creatures in their deck that they want to try to get up to 7 with to try to help them win. Because the Minotaur wasn't doing anything, although I guess if they were afraid of victory, but we don't have white yet. Okay, so they're tapping out the rest of the way to use HOU Oasis on him. Oh, wow. Do they have it this turn? I think they do now. Because they can exert both of these guys? Interesting. Okay. We were off by 1. Very, very nice. All right. So, right, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They have it. Sweet. Let's go to the next game. Okay. All right. So, I think we have them. I'm actually not super concerned. Desert's Hold would be okay for the sharpshooters, and they had Samut, as we saw. Scrounger might not be the worst thing in the world, but we do have the Gilded Ceradon as our 5-drop, which is fine. Painful Lesson would have been good for us there, to use it on them. So I think the deck's fine. I think I'm just going to ship it back. Bantu's Last Reckoning would have been great there at the end. That would have been really, really nice for us. We haven't seen it at all in any of our games, in any of our mulligans. We just haven't seen that card out of our deck. So we'll see. Like I said, that last game, it would have been great. Otherwise, it hasn't been kind of the best thing in the world. It's not something that we've been looking forward to seeing. So, yeah, I don't know. Guys, we're getting to the tail end of Hour of Devastation in general. We're moving towards Ixalan. I hope you guys have been enjoying the previews and the spoilers and things like that. We're really looking forward to it. I'm just talking to kill some time here, but also to let you guys know, we've been reviewing some of the stories, including the first Ixalan story. So you guys should definitely go check that out. That'll probably be up at the end of this video for you to see. We were really happy to be able to do it. We've been doing it for quite a while, so we hope you guys enjoy. I would love to play first. Yes. All right. 3 lands. We have a 3-drop, 4, 2, 5. I think this is a fine hand. We don't have our white splash, but we don't have anything to splash it with, so that's fine. Land and pass. Again, not the best hand in the world, but we've seen much worse with this deck, so. All right. A green. That's one of their 3 colors so far. We'll just play that and pass. We're a little slower, but not super slow. We do have ribbons. They just have Hashep Oasis, so they have 1 color still. So we can play the Eternal. They seem to be kind of scared of that last time. And now it's their turn. They have 2 colors now, and it is their 2 most prominent colors, as we've seen. A Harrier Naga is a fine card. Thankfully, cut is the thing. Ooh, we do have a 4th land. That's cool. But let's cut the Naga and just leave ribbons waiting for forever in our graveyard again. Hopefully actually being able to use it this time. Okay, and that'll be that turn. They have a Kenra Scrapper. Seems fine. We have an Onward to Victory. We also have a Frontline Devastator, which I think is better. I'll attack with this and try to get them. Will I? It's not worth it. I'd rather get out as many threats as I can. They've F6'd. It does let them block, but I'm gonna just pass through it. If they called my bluff, we would have lost it. So even if I hadn't played this first, I didn't really want to discard anything. So. Okay, they play another desert, so they can beef their guy up if they really want to. Not this turn, though, but still. They play Aronis' Stalwart. Okay, card's fine. No attacks. We draw another land. That's good. The more lands, the better. We don't have a desert yet, so I won't be prioritizing the Ceradon, but I think I'm going to go to combat and attack. If we have to use Onward, then we have to use Onward. But for now, It's just a 3/3 that they take 2 if they block it or 3 if they don't. So, and it can kill either of their creatures. They'd have to double block to actually trade with it. Or Magma Spray or something with their 1 red. Let's see what they've got. Nothing. Cool. Okay. Well then with our 5, yeah, I mean, it's a 4/4. I might as well. If I draw a desert next turn, I'll feel bad, so I might as well. Plus, if I draw a land, I can have Onward and Thorn Moloch. Well, sorry, I'd have to have a mountain specifically, but... All right. They still only have their 2 colors. They may genuinely have boarded out those splashes. Here's an Oasis Ritualist. That's a good card. No attacks. Ending their turn. Okay. We can do Moloch and Kenra Eternal, but we should attack first. I attack with both because if they block here, they would normally take no damage, but thanks to Afflict, they will. If they don't block, Onward can be used on the Gilded Ceradon and just bring them to 4. That would be kind of funny. I probably wouldn't. I'll just build my board out, go super wide, and then keep Onward for that last couple of points of damage. Plus, Ribbons is here. Actually, yeah. So, if they don't... Wow, they just don't block at all. So we can just bring them to 4 and then kill them next turn with Ribbons? Okay. Sure. Done. Oh, well. It would bring them to 1. We need 1 more land, but still, I'm pretty sure the fact that they're at like literal 1 is basically literal 1 is not a bad thing at all. Because with this board state, I'm pretty sure we're okay. Plus, we're still at 20. Wow. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, let's submit it. Like I said, it looks like they boarded out their splash colors, or they didn't, and their whole hand was just their splash. Speaking of splash, we have no red. Oh, this hand is garbage. Wow. All right, I'm going to mulligan, unfortunately. They mulligan to 6 as well, so I feel a little bit better about it. Yes, yes, this hand is great. I will keep this one happily. What's our top card? It is... I'm not deciding whether to mulligan to 5 cards. Stop telling everyone that. All right, it's a mountain. I'm going to actually put that on the bottom. We don't need it yet. We have double black, so that's great. Cool. Okay, let's play this desert and pass. We have Eternal or Moloch on 3. Seems to be a theme. All right. Okay, still double green. That's also been a classic move for our opponent, but no Ronus' Stalwart yet. We have the... Oh my god. We just get the Honored Crop Captain on curve. Sweet. That works for me. That seems fantastic. With Moloch and Eternal? Okay. They're cycling the desert. That's fine. But it's foil, though. That's fine. Again, still just none of their splash colors. No more blue, no more white. Okay. Question is, do we Eternal or Moloch next turn? I think we Moloch. It's got first strike and we can buff it up by 1. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Do they do anything? If not, you're going to have a real bad time, I feel like. I'm pretty happy so far. with what's going on. Yes, no, anything? Oh, they played a land. Okay. And they're playing something. It's a, it's a Beneath the Sands. All right, set up. What are you searching for? Is it a splash color or is it just red because you don't have red? It is white. So they did keep their splash in or put it back in after last game. Okay, well, we have Carrion Screecher or Devastator on turn 4. Let's attack. Free 3 damage. Seems great. Yep. And then let's Eternal. Yeah, over the Moloch. I don't know. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know if it matters right now, but that seems fine. Afflict 2 on block, and it can become a 3/2 from this on attacks. So they play a red desert, and they compulsory rest him. That's fine. I think we have enough going on where that's not super relevant. Okay. We get another land. That's not amazing, but that's not bad. Let's attack with the Crop Captain. And now this time... Ugh. God, all these tough choices of what amazing cards I want to play. All right, I'll play the Devastator. That's fine. And I'll pass. My Eternal got compulsory rested, but I feel like they're going to be upset that they didn't pick better choices for that. Including the Crop Captain. I truly don't understand that at all. I guess they're afraid that this can get bigger and it has Afflict and stuff, but they're also just not doing anything. So they only have 3 cards in hand. Bitterbow Sharpshooters. That's a thing. Cut would be real nice. Cut would be real nice. And, nope, another Carrion Screecher, though. That's funny. Okay, so if I play a land, I can't play the Moloch and do this because I don't have double red. But that still might not be the worst thing in the world. I'm still going to attack here. And only there. If you make me beef them up, yeah, I'll do it. Gladly, I'll do it. You lose 2 life on that block, and then your Sharpshooters dies. I will gladly make that trade. Sharpshooters is super annoying. That's my turn, unfortunately. Like I said, didn't have double red, so couldn't play the Moloch after, which is unfortunate. But I'm okay with using a turn to get rid of the Sharpshooters, even if we lose the Devastator. They also lost 2 on that block, so that's fine. Okay, Samut comes back out. Okay, so they can use her to kill the Crop Captain. That's fine. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's fine. We have double Carrion Screecher, so unless they can... Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm going to gain 2 life here. Yeah. That's fine. Go to 22, and then our Crop Captain dies. Okay. Not a huge deal. First time we've been able to play it today, but... and here's our planes. Ugh, gross. There's only one other card in the deck that we can use this for, and we already have it, so... Whatever, I can keep it in my hand if I have to discard something later to something else. Let's go with a Carrion Screecher. Because even if they plus her up, it'll still die to this. We just killed one of their reach guys with the Sharpshooters, so... Hopefully they won't have another one to stop this. They could kill her to kill this, but that... Actually, that wouldn't be the worst idea, because they know that that's just what's going to happen next turn anyway. They just don't know that I have another one. But, yeah. I don't fault you there. I probably would do the same. Hey, look, Bantu's Last Reckoning. What a dead card now. All right, let's just... They seem to be upset by it, so let's just play another one. And pass. Still no blue. They may have gotten rid of it, but Okay. They have another ritualist. That's fine. Can't block flyers, though, which is nice. If they can at any point clear our board, we do have Bantu. Although our lands wouldn't untap. But we are keeping this hidden plains in our hand. So. Alright, so we have the dead lands. That's something. We can't kill this, but, well, in two activations we could, but I don't think that's necessary. Let's just attack for 3. Okay. Good. And then let's Moloch. Yeah. Oh, I tapped way too many. All right, it fixed it. Or one too many. Okay. Well, Bantu's Last Reckoning is still an option, but that'd be a terrible idea right now. I feel like the prowess trigger isn't relevant either. All right. We don't have any of our Aftermath, any of our 2 Aftermath cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They could Sandworm Convergence if they have it. They have 10 available right now. And 2 cards in hand. Let's see what they do with it. Seemingly straight nothing. Okay. Well, we have this, but it's an instant, so I'm going to attack and see what happens. Is that worth it? No. I'll keep him back. I could Hour of Glory first, but I feel like there are bigger threats out there, like something that could kill my flyer. So I'd much rather save Hour of Glory for that than just let the Moloch get in for another 3. Next turn, though, since they're at 6, that'll do if they do nothing else. They played another land, which means do they end their turn? They do. So at the end of their turn, I'm going to exile their creature. And see what they do. All right, so we'll a little bit of a non-bow. We'll bring them to 1, but still. We get rid of their only creature. We have an Emberhorn Minotaur as well as backup. That's great. Let's do it. Yeah, a little bit of a misstep. I don't think it'll come back to bite us, but anything is possible. But let's do this and see what happens. We can always if near dead lands something to give it -2/-2 permanently. Yep. Hey, we won. Hey, we got stuff. We did better this time than we've been doing for a while. That round 1 was kind of crappy though. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Please let me know in the comments down below what you thought of my plays, of my picks, etc. That's why I do stuff like this. Thank you guys for chilling out with me as you have been doing every Saturday as we've been doing these drafts. We have draft videos every Saturday. We have product openings every Monday. And those story reviews I was talking about, we have those every Thursday. So please feel free to subscribe. You can click our logo when it appears on the screen. You can click some of those playlists to check out some of those videos I was just talking about. I've been Joe. This is Geek for All. And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.